Welcome in. Fantasy football podcast show. This is SmokersHaven. Jeez, I fucked that all
I'll
up.
do it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the SmokersHaven podcast. I'm me, that's him, and that's the other guy.
Zeke and Andy. Yeah, that's what you get with doing it live. See, this is where you need that Bill O'Reilly sound. We're doing it live.
Doing it live.
Today we're talking top 36 wide receivers, 36-ish for a Dynasty startup. Yeah, what else has been going on, though?
Well, you know,
Yeah, should we do a little bit of news real quick?
we got news.
Sure, let's hear what we got.
Who dares enter the sacred and awesome presence of the everlasting know-it-all?
Right. So Nico Collins got paid.
Wasn't that last week?
Nope, that was just announced today, I thought. Wasn't it? Or
No.
was I just looking
That
at
was last week, bud.
that was last week?
Yeah, it was last week.
I
What do we keep saying about smoking before the show?
forgetting which week we're on.
You guys were in the sauna.
Let's see. Yeah, you got paid last week.
That was last week? I'll be damned. Okay. Well, no,
Okay, so I guess there goes the news.
news was not what I thought it was.
We got Aaron Rodgers skipping camp,
Yeah, but he don't need to be there.
mandatory mini camp,
He's
getting
pro.
fined.
That's fine.
Probably
The
at a-
team is not
probably
gonna
at a
fine
Trump
him.
rally or something.
He's probably in the dark.
Could be in the dark.
Taking some ayahuasca.
Whatever he's taking.
Yeah, I don't see much else for news going on.
Darren Waller officially retired.
Sure, yep. We all
There you
knew that was
go.
coming, but
Yeah, it was official.
Oh.
Official.
that's funny too. Fish just signed him to a
4-year deal.
yeah, I think he's going into the second to last year of it, but it's 15 mil a year for this year and next.
I'd be cutting him.
It's a decent sized contract.
I would have cut him before the season.
brutal.
Before you had to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because that would have been a salary cap.
Or he would have gotten more back. He still would have.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, I would have
Yeah,
cut
you
him
would've
because
had-
you don't. Now you lose the whole 15. Now if you cut him, I think.
No, I
Nope,
think
he
he
has
gets
until
half.
the auction draft.
Oh, I thought it was a rookie draft.
No, yeah, until the auction. The rookie draft is only for tags and options.
Oh, sweet! I can cut some more people.
Yep.
Yes.
So
guess
yeah, that'll
that'll be
actually help him out then. So that'll give him a little bit more money.
Yep.
Things are going
Yeah.
to get spendy in that draft.
Yep. I can't wait till we preview that one. Let's do Andy's thing.
All right.
What are we doing?
That's
Let's,
over here.
let's let the debate.
So good.
Round one.
Hey, that was actually pretty decently timed.
Yeah, it
Not
actually
being
worked.
a video expert.
Which way do we
What do you
want
got?
to go? We'll do some more keep cut trades.
Keep trade cut.
You know what? No, we're gonna call it something different. We're gonna call it trade keep cut. Meeny, meeny, miny, mo. All right, your three options are Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, and Lamar Jackson. Keep cut trade.
I'm keeping Allen, trading Lamar, and cutting Mahomes for fantasy purposes.
Yeah, I mean that you're basically. I mean, you could make an argument for keeping Lamar, just because. But if you want to go with the age difference, Allen's just a bit younger.
Well, and he's better.
Well, and
He's
he's
been
a little
number
bit
1,
bigger.
2, 3 years in a row or something.
And that's what before.
We'll see, because depending how that offense looks.
Nope. Anthony Richardson.
No.
So you're saying that guy
gotta
that
play
I was
more
in
than
the
4
best ball
games
league.
first.
Exactly. He does have to play more than 4 games to do it. That is true.
He might be
Well.
number 1 through 4 weeks though. Before he gets
Next.
there again.
Next, let's do Brees Hall, Jamar Gibbs, Kyron Williams.
Jameer Gibbs,
Sure.
Brees Hall, and who?
Kyron Williams.
Kyron
Oh, that's
Williams.
easy. I'm cutting Kyron.
Yeah, cut Kyron, keep Brees, trade Jameer.
That's tough. Yeah, I think I'm probably keeping Brees and trading Gibbs. They're close though.
Yeah, it's tough, but I think I'd get more of a value return from Gibbs than you would Brees at this point.
We both have them back to back.
Yeah.
I have him 2-3. You have him 3-4. Andy has them flipped. Gibbs 2, Brees Hall 3. And we all have Kyron way down there.
He's sitting at 9-10, so yeah.
I think he might get his work reduced this year with Corum.
Yeah, that could be a big hit to his productivity. So,
Got another one?
We can do another one. We'll do a receiver one.
Honor of today's show.
Yeah, why not? We'll do Garrett Wilson, A.J. Brown, Tyreek Hill.
No, you got to give us parameters. Dynasty League?
However you want to look at it, bud. You got to keep cutting. Hey, I don't get the same parameters. I just have to get asked.
Yeah, because that really determines Hill's value quite a bit.
because Dynasty, I think you're cutting Hill.
Yeah,
Or-
Dynasty, I'm going to cut Hill, trade Brown, keep
Wilson.
Garrett Wilson. Redraft, I'm keeping Tyreek Hill, trading A.J. Brown, and cutting Garrett Wilson. That's tight, though, with A.J. Brown and Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, those two you could really. You're either trading one or keeping one.
I'd probably, I like A.J. Brown just a little bit more, I think, in redraft, just because you've seen it.
Yeah.
And we haven't quite seen it from Garrett Wilson. We think it's there, but we just haven't
it's
seen
there.
it. Pretty sure it is, too.
If Aaron's there, he'll be there.
So I'm happy in Leno's. I've got Pittman and Garrett Wilson. I think I have 2 top 10 receivers.
We'll see. I mean, again, a lot of it is going to depending on how healthy Rodgers stays and if that offensive line can actually block. That's going to be the big issue for them. So,
All right, we're going to do receivers. Screen share. Hopefully it pops up this time. There it
we
goes.
really should add some music into that one.
Yeah, I should get something to intro that. But it can always be something different when we screen share. So, oh, that looks pretty good over there.
Yeah.
All right, number 1. So we just like to start from the top.
It's because
We all know who the top people are. Our number 1, CeeDee Lamb, and we all have him at 1.
Well,
just with the situation, he's got rapport with the quarterback. He's going to get the ball. I mean, they showed when they get him the ball, they win.
They fed him almost 20 points a game last year.
And I
He's
think
only
that
25.
it's just only going to keep getting better, especially if Dak does stay. I mean,
Dak better fucking stay. Wait.
we'll see.
Trey Lance not good enough to take over for Dak. But yeah, CD's our consensus 1. I don't think you can go wrong with any of the top 3. But we'll go on. Number 2. Justin Jefferson. Just a touch younger than CD. He was hurt last year. But still almost 17 points a game when he was healthy. Big question is quarterback.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of what drops him down to 2 right now is you have such a huge question mark at quarterback with him. It's just you can't put him at that number 1.
Before I mess this up, it's Darnold, right?
Sam
Darnold, not Bradford. And J.J. McCarthy taking over eventually, we think.
Again, that once they're out of it, so probably by like week 7 when they're 0-7 after they're 0-7
Oh, they won't be that bad.
with icy ghosts. I don't know. We'll see.
They won't be great, but
We'll find out. I think number 3 here then is pretty obvious.
yeah, I think there really is just these 3 as your top 3, whichever order you put them in.
In a dynasty startup, I mean,
I can see taking Amon Ra
He's 24. Click the wrong thing.
and the average.
Jamar Chase, obviously. Let's see. He's the youngest of the 3. Only 13 points a game last year, though, but Burrow was out.
a good chunk, and then he was also hurt early on in the season. He was dealing, I think, with a hamstring injury or something like that, so he missed a chunk of time.
He's good. Their offense should be good if Burrow's healthy.
Otherwise, they've shown Jake Browning can at least sling it around. So
One thing is, we haven't seen Jamar Chase be the wide receiver 1. We think he can be, but he still hasn't done it. It's always been something holding him back. So he's going to have to do it eventually, or he's going to lose that top positioning.
Well, I think this is going to be that year he really needs to show that he's worthy of being up there to be able to have that draft stock.
He's already got paid, right?
No, actually,
He hasn't got paid yet.
not yet. He is still waiting his contract extension. I think they picked up the 5th-year option.
Yeah, 5th year's next year.
So
yeah,
they
he's-
picked that up, but they haven't gotten the contract yet.
yeah,
And I know
probably after this season, before next season he'll sign. That's gonna be a big one. All right, number 4. This is where it gets interesting because I'll tell you now, those are the only 3 people we all agreed on. And number 4, we Amon Ra. You both got him as your 4. Got him at 5.
I mean, he's just a touch hair older than Jamar, and he's been consistent every year. You know the
Annoyingly
quarterback
so.
situation. So,
Yeah,
He's got more points than Jamar and Justin Jefferson from last year.
yeah, he's very consistent. I don't know. There's something about he's just not. Doesn't feel like explosive, but
He is.
he's huge. Yeah, he's always catching a big catch or big gain.
it's weird.
You just hate seeing him because it's usually against the Cowboys.
No, it's because Jamison Williams is supposed to be the guy.
Well, he's just a guy.
Yeah, he is just a guy. But I mean, still, he's a consensus. Our 4.
He's just a sardine in the
He's
ocean.
young. Quarterback should be there. They signed Goff to a massive deal, so he's there for at least a few more years.
Yep. He got paid, so you know they've got that chemistry going. So it'll be fun to watch.
Offense will be explosive. All right, number 5.
You just
Click the
start
right button.
Suspense is killing me.
We got a rookie up at number 5.
Yeah,
we got
1
Marvin
through
Harrison
5.
Jr.
I nailed
You're
it.
really high on him, huh?
I've got him up at 4. Like I said, I flipped him in Amon Ra. Super young. I think he's linked to Murray for the rest of Murray's career.
Which may only be a year or two, but
Everybody just says he's like generational talent. So that's what I'm counting on.
I just had a hard time putting him up above some of the other guys. So that's where he was really the first rookie I wanted to have on there, but I was having a hard time really slotting where I think he should be. And so that's where I think I ended up at 7 seemed like a good number.
It's tough when you haven't seen him play. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, they got rid of Hollywood Brown, so Harrison is the guy. So.
And Rondo Moore.
Yeah. And they got Michael Wilson, who I also
and
like.
Zay Jones. But Marvin Harrison's obviously the one. Him and
Yeah.
McBride.
1, 2. All right. Moving on to number
Number
6.
Yeah.
That's where Garrett Wilson's
G-dubs.
at. Andy and I both got him at 6. Coop's at 5. It looks gross. 9.75 average last year.
With
But then you got to
absolutely
think
no
about who they
quarterback.
had.
Zach
Wilson. And
Trevor
Zach Wilson
Simeon.
It was gross.
Zach Wilson again.
so we're counting on Aaron Rodgers turning him, Garrett Wilson, into like a Devontae Adams.
Nah.
Tear that shit up.
Better one.
That's my hope. He's led the league, I think, in targets over the last 2 years.
Yeah, he's one of the.
They're not good targets.
Well, they just didn't have anybody to get him the actual ball in a decent spot.
So yeah, hopefully this is the year we get to see it out of him.
Brady comes out and fucking Rodgers goes down. Yeah.
Brady's done.
Not happy.
He's hanging him up.
He's coming.
Number 7. AJ Brown.
We're all over on this one. Coop at 6, Andy at 9, I'm at 8.
Yep. So I think Adam Barkley kind of dropped him for me. He's not going to get a lot of.
And see, to me, I think
think
that
it
actually
opens him
helps
up,
him.
but
Yeah. And again,
There's a lot of mouths to feed. I will give it that.
and again, that's kind of why I have him above Harrison, is just because, again, like we talked about, you've seen it. And especially, I think, with the addition of Saquon, that's just going to help a lot because teams aren't going to be able to try to double up as much.
5 years difference though.
Yeah, I'll take it, though, because you've got at least 4 to 5 years with him being in his prime,
You hope.
hopefully. As long as
5
he's
years
healthy.
difference. That's a big number. AJ Brown's good, no doubt. He's proven it over and over.
And they signed Devontae Smith to a
Yeah,
extension.
they're
So
gonna have both of them there. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah, that offense is going to be
We're
ridiculous.
going to see no Kelsey now. So we'll see how big of an influence he was. But they added Barkley. So opens up the run game. Yeah, it'll be interesting to watch. Hopefully they suck. But
That's the Cowboys fan in you. All right, let's go on to number 8.
number 8,
Malik
another rookie.
Neighbors.
We got Malik Neighbors.
Right on where I had him.
Andy's a little lower at 11.
Yeah, he's a rookie.
Coop at 8. I'm at 7. So is Marvin Harrison.
Yeah, but he's got who's throwing the ball?
Yeah, he's got Murray.
He can't. I mean, he's throwing the
Hey,
ball.
Neighbors got a guy with a nickname at least, Danny Dimes.
Yeah, I think Malik Neighbors is
And
gonna be
who
the guy
else
who
do they
throws the
have?
ball in the air, and then he's gonna run down and
Yeah.
catch it. So
Malik Neighbors has no competition for targets. He gets as many targets as he can possibly handle.
And that's where
He's
I
got
kind of
what? Wandale,
yeah,
At best.
Theo Johnson, Daniel Bellinger,
yeah.
Darius Slayton.
yeah, Darius Slayton, Devin Singletary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Keep
pretty.
going.
It's Malik Neighbors. It's the Malik Neighbors season. They're going to light him up with targets. Now, whether they're good ones or not will be
And
another
he's
question.
the youngest one on here so far at just,
Yep, just
not even
after the
21
oldest.
yet. He'll be 21 when the season starts, but yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. He's going to be fun to watch. And they're going to add a quarterback. I think this is last year of Daniel Jones.
Probably. Should we move on to number 9?
All right, number 9. Puka.
Puka.
I'm a little lower. I'm at 10. Coop at 9. Andy at 7.
Yeah. I think he's gonna dig in a little bit more into Cooper Cup's, stuff.
It's the same thing with Amon Ra. They're just something like
They're just
don't-
really good.
I don't
you don't
quite
like
believe. I just
you
don't
don't
quite
like them because they're
believe.
not on the Cowboys. That's why.
No,
you're-
I just don't quite believe.
If they were on the Cowboys, like you'd be like, oh, the CD Lamb number 1, this guy number 2.
Puka was in a perfect spot last year. He's
He
actually
was.
tied with Malik Neighbors here for the 8th spot. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean,
Cup's
it'll be
gotta
interesting. Teams aren't going to be caught by surprise this year,
that
which is going to be a big thing because
Cup presumably will be healthy the whole year, so that's
Which will
got to
also-
cut into some targets.
Well, he'll still get what he had last year, just a little bit more.
I think you'll see more of the splits you were seeing towards the end of last year than what you saw at the early.
Wish I could share both and go back and forth. Let's see. Puka last year was wide receiver 4. But yeah, definitely beginning of the year was better. Then he had a rough middle of the year and finished the year pretty solid though.
That's because that's when Cooper Cup came back.
Where's Cooper? He's probably way.
He did have 3 games where he was under 5.
I think those were games that he got
That's
hurt in
rough.
too.
6, 9, and 12. But he's good. I have him in my top 10.
I do too.
Just right at the edge of it.
Okay, there. Oh, he's all the way down at 42. So, yeah.
Who's that?
You just now
Cooper
found
Kupp.
him.
In the consistency chart, he was way the fuck down there
Oh yeah, because he
was
hurt.
Yeah, I mean, even he had a couple bad games. Like he came back really 15-8, 24, good start, but then after that,
4 bad games in a
5-9,
row.
4-1, 5-8 bye week, and then a 1.6, 3.3. Like, ouch.
Yeah, that's kind of gross.
And then kind of towards that back end into playoffs, he was okay. 12.9, 21.5, 21. But then what would that be? The semifinals and such.
Trying to get them on the
7.9 and
screen together so you
10.7.
can see if they had good games together at all. It'd be interesting to see, like, do Cup and Puka have good games at the same time?
Let's see.
I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I might look into it a bit more and see what I can find.
So, all right. What was that? Number 9?
That was, or tied for 8.
Tied for 8.
Oops.
So
Trying to click on Andy's name there.
10.
Number 10, we got Drake London. You guys both got him at 10. I got him at 9, just ahead of Puka. They're about the same age. Obviously, Puka's way better last year.
He had a quarterback.
Yeah.
and he still does.
I think London's a better receiver, though.
Yeah. Well, that and our head coach the last few years, I don't know if he knows what he was doing.
He's good for running backs. Like, I'm looking at Najee Harris and Jalen Warren and being like, you guys might actually have a pretty good year with Arthur Smith.
We'll see. So,
But yeah, Drake
Okay.
London, got Kirk Cousins, got Pitts to take some coverage off him. Bijan, open things
again,
up.
he's kind of in that Garrett Wilson boat where,
Yep. We think it's there, but he hasn't proven it yet.
yeah, but again, it's been a quarterback issue. It's not the wide receiver, it's the quarterback. So,
I believe in him. I gave up Justin Jefferson to get Drake London and probably Malik Neighbors.
so not bad to give up basically the number 2 to get numbers 10 and
8 and 10.
8 and 10. So that's not bad.
I mean, I hope it's Marvin Harrison. Maybe the number 1 team will fuck it up. The girls fuck shit up all the time. You never know.
they take
She might
Caleb.
take a
Quarterback.
fucking Jonathan Brooks or a quarterback. All right, number 11. Jalen Waddle.
Waddle.
I mean, he has the best celebration in the NFL, hands down.
He does. So it looks like you were about the highest on him.
Yep, I got him 11. You're at what, 12? Andy at 14.
Yep,
So
so
there's
oh,
a guy
pretty
named
close.
Tyreek Hill on that team right now still.
There is.
So
Yep, he's
can't-
there for another couple years, probably at least.
Tyreek's gone. Maybe he might jump into my top 10.
Once he's the man.
Once he's
once
the main
Tyreek's
guy.
gone.
So
Yeah, he's 25 and a half. He's good, even being the wide receiver too.
and he was hurt a little bit last year even.
He was hurt a lot bit.
Oh, that's right. He was
constantly in and out of the lineup. So where's he at on the? He's down at 34 on the overall. Yeah, if you look at, he had a bunch of red on there.
34 there. You go.
Jesus, 50% of his games were under 10 points.
Yeah, he only really had a couple really good weeks. He had one 10-pointer.
He had 3 good weeks. He had a 21, a 24, and a 15.
Other
Yeah,
than
last
that-
year was rough. Last year was fucking rough for him.
Of course, though, it didn't help though too when you're also blowing teams out like 72-7.
Yeah, they didn't play a lot of fourth quarters.
So
I like Jalen Waddle.
yeah, he's good.
He's been good since his rookie year.
When he's healthy, he's definitely a dynamic player. So
And if you can get him in best ball, you're going to get those big weeks.
that's when he comes in handy.
Yep. All right, we're at last one in our top 12.
Yep.
So our last wide receiver one, Chris Olave.
No.
I got 12, Coop 11. Andy, you're down 16 on Olave, huh?
Yeah.
Not an Olave fan?
Nah.
No?
Nana.
Nah, not with the guy named Derek Carr. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, Derek Carr sucks. I'll give him that. Olave's a stud, though.
And I think some of it too was maybe some chemistry issues. So I'm hoping going into a second year, and he's going into his third year as a wide receiver, which is really when they start making that big leap. So I'm really high on him. I think he's gonna.
Michael Thomas still there?
No,
Nope.
he's a free agent.
The one thing I will give it, the Saints last year had like the lowest percentage or one of motions in the league. Like their offense was super stale. And they went out and got an OC that I want to say he was,
people around.
I want to say he was the Niners guy or something. But yeah, he's going to move people around. Clint Kubiak.
Okay, the Kubiak. Okay,
So yeah, 49ers guy. He
well,
could
his
actually
dad,
make the
Gary?
offense open up a little bit. Maybe they get Kamara involved some more and actually
I wanna
not
say
just
his
sitting around
dad's
so
Gary
boring.
Kubiak or something like that.
Probably.
So
The NFL is super
family oriented.
nepotism. Would it be nepotistic?
Yeah, something like that.
Making up words. All right. Number 13.
Wide receiver 2, number 1. He's 26.2 years old.
Brandon Ayuk.
Ayukin.
They were really close here. 14, 13, 14. With Andy being the highest.
Sure. He's like the highest by just one spot, dude. As if I had him like 10 spots ahead of you guys.
He has a chance, I think, to even go higher if they trade Debo.
Or if he gets traded maybe to Buffalo.
T.
Yeah.
Higgins.
Yeah.
T. Higgins to Buffalo.
Andy's trying to will it.
When it happens, you heard it here first.
Is he our oldest? Nope. AJ
Somebody
Brown's
would
still
actually
the
have
oldest.
to listen to the first.
I listened to it.
All right. So, yep. Brandon Ayuk. Not a lot to say about him. He's super exciting or anything, but
He's a solid wide
He is
receiver. He puts up
super
good
solid.
numbers. So
he was wide receiver 14 last year. 4 big games where he was above 15. Still not a ton, but when you look at it, I mean, unless you're like CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill, or like every game's above 20.
yeah, you were really happy to have him though. If you had him in like the semifinals and finals, 14.3, and then a 20 spot, in what would be typically
Yeah.
the championship week. So
Yeah, that's nice to get. All right. Wide receiver.
You guys must have the same 13 guy.
Let's see.
'Cause you got,
Oh, geez. Here we go. Nico. This is the
Nico.
one that was massive difference.
I would call it massive. Watch him.
I would call
Watch
it massive.
him.
We
See,
had
watch
Coop
how
and
he
me at
blew up.
18, 19. We had Andy at 8.
Ocho. That's the Ocho from my Spanish speaking friends.
He's got him ahead of
Brandon
AJ
Ayuk,
Brown.
AJ Brown. Yeah, I'm not
Drake London.
Yeah.
So you like Nico, huh?
He was a stud last year. He found that chemistry with him, and I don't see why it doesn't get any bigger this year. This was.
And as we heard again, he got paid.
Yes, he did. Yeah. 2 weeks in a row we heard that.
You're welcome. The only issue I find, and especially what really kind of dropped him down for me, was them trading for Diggs. I think that is
Yeah.
going to eat in a little bit.
Maybe
Plus,
for
I
a
think
year
more
or two, Diggs
Joe
is up
Mixon,
there.
if anything.
but also Tank Dell
Yeah.
when he comes back. I just think there's so many mouths to feed in that offense that
Mixing
gonna
now. And
drop him down a little bit.
that's why I have him down. It's just there's a lot of weapons there. I think he's right there with Tank. We shall see.
Yeah.
We shall see. Wide receiver
Number
15. Michael Pittman.
26.7.
We're pretty close on him. Me and Cooper at 15, Andy at 17.
Yeah.
There's another guy. He just got tons of targets last year. It's going to be the same way this year. 'Cause
He might get a little bit eaten into with Adonai in there,
think
but
so.
I don't think you're going to see really much of a dent in it.
the studies are showing that RPO quarterbacks tend to
Hyper
hyper target the wide receiver one.
Well, I think that's just because there's a lot of times
Well, they're not
running
making a bunch of
packages.
reads. They're
Quick
just making
reads.
that. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
It's a quick read.
And if Anthony Richardson stays healthy, this could be a pretty fun offense to watch.
As long as he's accurate with the ball. So
Yep, that is big. So you gotta throw it where they can catch it. Number 16.
DK Metcalf.
We're a little varied on this. Coop at 20, Andy 15, I'm at 16.
A lot of that for me is just who's the quarterback situation. I really
Geno?
don't. I'm not a
How?
big fan of Geno. How if he ends up playing, I think could be good. But again, then there's not a whole lot of chemistry. I just
Yeah, I'm
I
not
really
a fan of the
don't
quarterback
like-
situation either, but
like it.
DK Metcalf's monster.
he is He's absolute beast. I mean, dude is shredded.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. He's gonna get his again.
He is.
He's that middle wide receiver too, kind of right where we got him.
All right, number 17.
There's
Devontae,
Devonta Smith.
the Slim Reaper.
Damn, Andy's
14?
way down on him. You just hate the
Too
guy.
many
huh?
weapons.
Yeah,
Too many weapons.
does not like Devonta Smith.
I'm thinking first option, Barkley. Second option, AJ Brown. Third, Goddard. Fourth,
Oh,
Smith.
no.
No,
Swap
no.
Goddard and Smith.
Yeah.
Smith's at least 3. Coop's got him at 13. I'm at 17. Andy at 22.
22.
Devonta Smith, 25 and a half years old. Solid last year. He's like Waddle. Everyone says him, Higgins, and Waddle are kind of those high end wide receiver 2 type guys that, with an injury to the top guy, they could easily step in and be the wide receiver 1.
And you don't have to worry about it either.
No, they would step in just fine.
So
So yeah, he's our wide receiver 17, just behind Metcalf. Number 18, another rookie. Romo Dunze.
I'm down there at 25.
Andy hates this guy too.
I wouldn't say I hate him, but he just has.
He hasn't done nothing.
He hasn't done nothing. You got DJ Moore, and you got the
Keenan Allen.
and you got Swift,
Yeah, all the
and
other
you
running
got two
backs.
tight ends.
So yeah, he's got this year is not going to be a great year for him.
But in the
But
future,
again,
you're
he's
going
22.
going into next year. He's probably going to be at least the wide receiver 2.
Yeah, I don't see Keenan Allen being there next year, so it'll be him and Moore.
So
Scoop's at 16. I'm at 18. Andy at 25. I think I said that.
Yep.
So number 19, DJ Moore, who we just were talking about. We're close on this one. 19 for Andy and Coop. I'm at 21. Again, just the amount of targets there.
yeah, it's going to be hard, and that's kind of what dropped him.
He's 5 years older than Odunze. That's why I put Odunze just above him. 3 spots. You like DJ Moore though a little bit.
I wouldn't say I like him a little bit. He's a good receiver. He's on my list. He made my top 20.
Number 20. Last one in our top 20. Zay Flowers.
No.
This is Coop at 17. Andy at 24. Go.
All right. I mean, for me, it's just, again, I think he looked like Lamar's favorite target last year, and I think that chemistry is only going to continue to build.
He was his only target once fucking Andrews went out.
That too. But again, I think he's just so explosive, and they'll continue to build, and I think he's just going to continue to get better and be more explosive in that offense.
Yeah.
The Lamar and Henry show.
Yeah, I think that's the way it is. That they're just not a passing team.
Nope.
It's going to be hard for any receiver to be
Your
super
name's not
successful
Mark
there.
Andrews. I don't want you on my team as a receiver.
But low end wide receiver too, I can see Flowers doing that. Like I said, he can catch some long ones. He is young. They're just such a running team. And
He's
then
really
Andrews,
good for best ball game, for
He's-
best ball, really,
Andrews becomes target number 1, and then when they decide to throw
typically. So
with it, Henry, I just see him running, just cramming the ball down the other team's throat.
who are you going to stop?
Neither one. Good luck.
All right. Moving on to 21.
21. There's Tank Dell.
I got him at 21, bitches.
And I got him at 20. And Coop at 23. I want to just look real quick. Where did I have a blind? There's Nico. 18, 19. Yeah, so I had Tank at 20, Nico at 19. They're similar to me as far as talent.
Yeah, the only issue for me with Tank is how well is he going to come back from that injury?
Well,
Or how
hopefully they
quickly.
no longer have him blocking in the middle of the fucking line.
Yeah.
What good is a 160-pound dude going to do blocking in the middle of the line? Get him the fuck out of there. Keep him on the outside. Let him keep schooling people down the field. Damn, he's not a blocker.
Yeah.
Everybody talks about how small he is. And like, hey, you want to run up in the middle of this line and block for us?
Yep.
Sure.
He's such a beast that he did, but
Broke his leg.
yep. And it is good season.
All right. Going on to 22.
Jordan Addison, another second-year guy. We're close on him, too. 22 for Coop, 20 for Andy, 23 for me.
Again, I think his situation is going to depend on quarterback play.
Yep.
So,
And last year got a lot of touchdowns, which, again, aren't sticky, but
well,
he's
and
only
some of that,
22.
too, was with all the time Jefferson missed as well.
True.
So
But now Hawk's going to be out for the first half of the season, so at least
that kind of
he's gonna-
opens up
yeah.
those targets. So,
And again, this is a startup, so we're looking long-term, too.
yeah,
And he's just talented
he is.
and young. He's like only half a year older than Roma Dunze. So.
Going on to 23.
Number 23. LeBron James's number.
George
George Pickens.
Andy's guy.
I've been high on this dude since he came out.
Yeah, we could tell. Number 18. Coop's at 25. I'm at
Like
26.
you guys have been on Kyle Pitts. I'm on fucking George Pickens. It might not pan out just like Kyle Pitts,
Yeah.
but hey, I'm still gonna stick by my dude.
This is the year for him. He's 23. He is the number 1 now. Deontay's gone.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
And they got a new quarterback
Yeah.
who can throw the ball.
Russ is better than what they've had. As much as people hate on Russ, he's better
or
than
You
what
mean,
they've had.
you mean
so.
Fields?
Yeah.
Both of them are better
Fields
than
going to
what
be the
they've
kick
had.
returner, it sounds like.
Yeah. Are you sure he's not going to be the punter?
Oh, maybe punt returns.
No. Yeah.
Kick returns are going to be interesting this year.
They'll be,
Kind
they'll
of
be fun
excited to
actually
see
watch.
these on these handful of leagues that are still dumb and have special teams, how many touchdowns teams start getting out of their kick returns. Because it's set up to get returns. Let's see. Number 24.
Last
our
of the
last
wide-
receiver, too.
Yep.
There's Tyreek.
There.
We got one guy just completely trashing his.
Yep.
his
Only took him one of the
ADP.
best receivers in the past 5 years. He's like, you know what? You don't make my team.
We got Andy at 12. I'm at 13. And Coop did not have him ranked. Explain yourself.
He's got 2 years left.
So,
he already said he's only
maybe.
playing 2 years.
I think he
and to
walked
me-
that back. I think he walked that back. I don't think he's.
I haven't heard anything about that.
I'm gonna look it
so.
up. We're gonna look it up because I've been wondering it
I
myself.
mean, he's also at that age 30, so he's getting there. I mean, really, you can only guarantee for maybe another year or two that he's going to be in prime.
It's fine. I'll take that prime in those 2 years with him compared to a lot of these guys. I'll take him over Zay Flowers for sure. For sure.
Yeah, again, I'd rather have somebody I know I'm going to have long term for more than a couple years.
Well, by the time we're out there, I'm going to have some of these other guys up here that I have before I have any.
Well, my thoughts is I'd rather have this guy for 2 years at 19 points a game versus some of the other guys at 10 or 12 points a game. Even if it is only 2 years, and you win a championship, then you move on in year 3. But players like him, age starts to not matter as much because he's so fucking explosive. Look at the consistency.
Yeah.
39, 12, 26, 8, 28, 25, 20, 21, then 8, 25, 20, 29, 8, 14, 10, 17. That's fucking ridiculous.
Throw the ball in the air. He will fucking get to it.
56% of his games played, he was over 20 points. Those win you weeks.
Yeah.
The only other guy over 40 was CD, and he was at 41%. CD had 3 games where he was over 30 compared to the one for Tyreek. Like CD was just going off second half of the season.
Well, right in that middle kind of was the start of it, and he just went nuts.
I think you got to have Tyreek on your list. I think you do.
Yeah.
If let's just look, if you had him on your list somewhere, say like 32, he's all of a sudden our receiver 19. So yeah, you're killing his ADP, man. 25. We'll see if he retires in 2 years or not. All
Even if he
right,
does, I'll still take him.
we're gonna jump into our wide receiver 3s. Number 25.
I feel better now that that's up there because I was getting worried that he might not,
T. Higgins. Coop's at 31, Andy 23. I'm at 24.
I swear, you look at my shit half the time when you.
I don't look
you
at it
read
until I
yours.
put him into this thing, and
Mister,
then
I
I don't
gotta
change
finish mine later. I gotta
Nope.
look at Andy's first.
I put mine in first, and then I put yours in, and then I put Coop's in today.
Yeah, for
And I
that,
just transfer it onto here.
for me, it's just more of I'm hoping he plays, but I don't know what's going to go on this year with him. So
Well, when he gets traded to Buffalo, it's
Then
when.
he jumps up.
Then he's up there by like 11, up there 10, 11, 12.
I really think he could be a wide
He's-
receiver
yeah,
one if
he's
given the chance.
good. He's just
probably
stuck
could.
behind Chase.
Yep. Yeah, I like T. Higgins. So I've got him as my
When he
last
go-
wide
when he
receiver
goes to
too.
Buffalo.
I hope he gets traded. I was listening to a thing earlier though, and they said big trades normally don't happen after the draft. We're probably stuck seeing him in Cincy this year,
No, Buffalo next year.
and we're probably stuck seeing Debo in San Fran. Number 26,
26.
another rookie, Saber Worthy.
I think that's the Mahomes effect.
Oh, for
Helps
sure.
his value.
You got him at 24, Andy at 28. I'm at 27. He's super young. He's only 21. A link to a great quarterback for as long as he can stay there.
Yep.
Yes.
As long
Mahomes
as
will
he's
probably
healthy.
outlast him. He's fast as fuck. Good receiver. Well, let's see. We'll see how much work he gets with Hollywood and Kelsey, and when Rashee Rice comes back, or if he gets suspended. Yeah, there's a lot of talk now that he might not even get suspended, which would be crazy.
That would be. Nothing
All
happens.
these people taking him in best ball would be getting an amazing steal if that happens.
All right, number 27.
Jackson Smith
Jason.
and Jigba. I'm the highest at 25, Coop at 26, and Andy at 30.
Yeah, I didn't really see much of him last year. So, I mean, he was there. You didn't see much of him.
Yeah, stuck behind two really good receivers, and DK
Now
and
that
Lockett.
Rockets, I don't think Rocket's there anymore.
He
Yeah,
is.
He
yeah,
just
they
signed?
actually extended him.
Yeah, they redid his contract. They reworked
So
it.
most likely it's just for this year.
Still, though, but I still see maybe him taking over Lockett's spot, maybe.
I think so. I think you see more of a split between him and Lockett than you saw last year. He's only at 7 points a game, which is disappointing. He's hella talented though. 22 years old.
And again, some of that may be
Who was it that he was
issue.
with at
Stroud?
Ohio State? The two really good receivers that came out, Garrett Wilson and Olave. And they
Olave.
both said he was the best one of the three.
Think about it though, too. He was there with Marvin Harrison Jr. too.
Yeah.
So at one point, their top 4 wide receivers were Wilson, Olave, JSN, and Marvin Harrison
Ohio
Jr.
State just pumps them out.
It's absolutely nuts.
Number 28. Another rookie.
Keon Coleman.
Well, I'm way down on him, huh? 34. Coop's 21. You're 27.
Yeah, once I got to about 25, it got to the part where, like, all right, who do I want, like, out of these players, in what order do I want these players? He made my 27 spot.
As long as there's not a trade there, he's going to be the receiver one.
Till T. Higgins
Might
gets
be
hurt.
the second option behind Kincaid, possibly.
Or he could even be number 1.
He
Who
could be
knows?
number one. Yep. He could definitely be number one.
So we'll see.
Great
what happens.
quarterback there.
Yeah, I think he's got probably the highest upside of a lot of them, just because what he's going into is going to be basically as the number 1. He has, other than Harrison Jr.
Where'd he go to college?
Florida State. Let's go Noel.
Just thought I'd get the homerism on the table.
Hey, but I might be a homer, but that's really honestly, I think that's about where he goes.
He has some upside.
He's about that
Yeah.
end wide receiver 2 territory is where I kind of view him as
It'll
probably
be fun
ending up
watching
in
all
the-
these rookie receivers this year, especially in one of my leagues where I'm going to have like 6 of them on the team.
youngest team. That's where you got to play that one sound.
Keon Coleman over Tyreek Hill.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Number 29.
Yeah.
Jaden Reed. We're close on him. Coop's 27, Andy 26. I'm at 30. Linked to a good young quarterback.
And he looked good when they gave him the ball.
Yeah. The one thing they do have a ton of weapons, at least 6.
Yeah, and that's
Receiving
where
weapons, 4 receivers and 2 tight ends. So
they really make it hard to try to list like any. Like I could have honestly put Christian Watson there and been okay with it as well.
if he fixed his hammies, Christian
Yeah.
Watson could definitely be there.
Well, they said he spent or the NFL ended up spending like $4 billion or whatever
There
the
was
fuck it was.
on this research measuring like muscle strength and trying to. So his one leg was like 20% stronger than the other leg, and they think that was causing hamstring issues because his legs were uneven.
Yeah. And now he said he's gotten it down to about like 10%, but he wants to, by the time the season starts, he wants to have it down between like 5 to 6% difference. I was like, damn. I mean, at that point, his legs are probably going to look like Barkley's, where they're just absolutely.
He's
fucking
probably
massive.
the most talented of the 4, and we're talking Watson, but
Oh, by far.
we've seen it with Jaden Reed now. We saw it last year.
Yeah, he can definitely be the one again.
He was received.
Really, you can take any of those top 3 between Watson, Reed, and Dobbs, and interchange them. Honestly,
He was receiver 23 last year, and really the first half of the year, he was pretty terrible. He had 4 really good games to finish out the second half of the year. Let's see. Number 30. Round out our top 30. Brian Thomas Jr.
BTJ.
Wait a second.
Why did you have a rookie there? What did you put there?
I must have double pasted. He's not 24 either. He must be like 22 or something.
21.
Go ahead, talk about him.
Everything I'm hearing out of rookie camp is that he is taking all the first team reps, building a really good rapport with Lawrence, and they say his route tree is absolutely fantastic, and all the beat reporters are just raving about him right now. Again, it's OTAs and training camp, so I mean things are going to get a little overblown, but
Everything is good news at this point.
Yeah.
Hardly anything bad comes out at this point. It's always like, oh, he's in the best shape of his life. Oh, he looks fantastic.
well, they're
But
just talking about how well he's just learning everything and how quickly
Yeah.
he's picking things up, and
I think he's gonna be the receiver one by the end of the year. It's gonna-
I don't know. I like Christian Kirk in that
I
spot.
think Kirk is going to be hard to overtake just
I can
because
see
he's
him
already
being
got
over
the
Gabe Davis,
established.
though.
I'm not a
Yeah, I
Kirk
could
guy.
definitely see him being number 2.
I'm not a Kirk guy. Now, me and you both have Thomas at 28, Andy at 33.
Yeah, it's a rookie. I
Yeah.
don't like bunching them together. It's kind of hard to.
And there's so
Separate
many
them.
of them this year. How many is that so far? We've talked about 5, 6?
1, 2,
6
3,
rookies so far.
4, yeah.
Which is crazy. Normally,
only
you wouldn't
down
have
And
to
this.
are we done? Maybe.
We'll see.
Dun, dun, dun.
Number 31. There's Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk
His
is
running mate.
36.
Yep.
See,
I mean, Andy got him at 36, Coop at 32. Both have Brian Thomas ranked higher just like I do.
I just think he's going to put up more points, more of the explosive, to where Kirk is going to be, especially if you're playing in a PPR, you probably want to reverse him.
And they're 6 years age difference.
Yeah.
he's got to stay healthy. He got hurt last
Pretty
year.
big drop,
Well, he got
too, in our
knocked the fuck
consensus. Brian Thomas is 29 in our consensus. Christian Kirk's all the way down at 34. So you can see there's pretty big drop between those two. That's actually, I think, the biggest drop that we've had so far. From one player to the next. Got 5
Yeah.
spots in consensus. So.
That is a lot.
Yeah, we start to get
He's
pretty
been
far apart
solid,
in some
though.
of these.
When he's playing, he's solid.
Yeah.
So, especially after he left
Honestly,
Arizona.
I laughed at that contract. I remember when he signed
Yeah.
it. It was like, what the hell are you doing?
And then I
20
signed
million
him-
a year? And
And then I
shit.
signed him to
Looks pretty good now.
salary.
Yeah,
rate.
he's-
4-year deal. And you got, oh, yeah.
He's
look at
been
that.
worth every penny.
He's been solid. I'm not saying he's great or anything, but he's been solid. Where was he last year? Receiver.
He was in Jacksonville.
I know he got hurt.
He was
for a little bit.
47. Yeah, he didn't. He missed the last 5 games,
Yeah, because I think he was a hamstring or something. But
but he was solid. He had a
Yeah.
couple decent above 15 games. He had one real crappy game, and then the rest just kind of average.
yeah, I mean, he had really shitty first game, then looked normal, and then got hurt. So
They were kind of off last year too as a team.
yeah, they didn't seem quite right. So it'll be interesting to see how they go into this year. So
Number 32, another rookie, Lad McConkey.
Not on my list.
Coop and I both had him at 29, and Andy did not rank him.
I did not. I like Quentin Johnson better than him.
Yeah, like huge, huh?
yep, it was hard to really kind of put those two together. Just again, I don't even really know how much they're going to throw the ball, but
Oh,
it's
they're
just
not.
gonna be. I think if you do, you're gonna see a lot of short slants and things, which is more McConkey's.
Yep, that's why I think it's going to be super efficient type stuff
Yep.
because they're going to be running.
Yeah, they are gonna run the piss out of the ball,
Gonna run with the football.
and I
just
kept
kept
running.
Number
you
33.
just stepped in a big old pile. It happens.
What does?
Say it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Deontay Johnson, number 33.
Yeah.
He's old, 27.9. I had him at
Still
45. Coop at 33. Andy at 32.
It's good, and he's the only number one fucking. Well, he's pretty much.
Surprised
the
you had him
receiver.
as high as you did with Bryce.
Well, they got to throw the ball to somebody.
Yeah, Adam Thielen.
No,
Old man Thielen is
Xavier Leggett.
no.
no.
Deontay Johnson.
Jatavian Sanders.
Don't trade for him. Just don't
Yeah.
let him run the ball.
He will lead them in targets. He's almost 28.
He's good too, man.
He's decent.
It just depends on how his attitude is, and that's kind of some of the reason why I think has dropped him down. as high as I used to be on him over the last couple of years, his attitude is just really kind of sours you on as a player. Just
Probably
like,
because he was stuck playing with Kenny Pickett.
Yeah,
might
that
be
can't
it,
be
too.
fun. That can't be fun.
With
That,
their
and then
quarterback
they fucking-
situation.
Yeah, then they pick up Pickens, who was supposed to be a stud. And yeah, I'd be a little like, what the hell?
Number 35.
Okay.
34.
34.
Debo.
Coop did not have him on his list.
Nailed it on the 34.
Yep, Andy at 34. I had him a little higher at 31.
He would be at that 41, 42 for me. It's just,
28.
yeah, again,
He's played the difference between him and Deontay.
Injury history. I think he's getting up there too. He's a little bit older, isn't he?
He's half a year older.
Half a year older. He's had a lot more injuries. And again, that offense is going to end up going through CMC. And
Well, it does.
we'll see if
but
they continue to use him as much as they have too in the ways they can have.
last year he was receiver 12. Ayuk was 14. And that was with CMC dominating. If he stays in San Francisco, he's going to have a good year.
Anybody
Career
in
wise,
San
though, yeah,
Francisco's
he's
gonna
probably
have a good
only got 1 year left, and then you don't know where he's at.
Yeah. And that's where it really makes it hard to know what his true value is without knowing what's going to be happening. So
I like him more than Deontay. He's more explosive, better chance of putting up 20-point game.
he is better. But again, with the uncertainty, it just makes it hard to really put him anywhere, for me at least.
Number 35, Rashee Rice.
He's not making my last one until that suspension's over with.
Yeah, that's what's keeping him down. He's actually tied with Debo. Andy doesn't have him on his list.
No.
Coop's at 30. I'm at 35.
I'll take Hollywood Brown, and I'll take fucking Xavier Woods before him at this point.
He's
Xavier
24.
Worthy?
He looked good last year.
Whatever is. What'd I say?
Xavier Woods. I was
Xavier
like,
Woods, WWE guy, yeah.
Rashee Rice was receiver 27 last year. Terrible middle of the year. But he finished out the year strong. His last 6 games, he only had one where he was below 10.
I think that was the Vegas game in which they just got
had he
knocked
not-
around.
Had he not did a Henry Ruggs type thing, he'd be a lot higher on my list.
Well, he didn't Henry Ruggs it completely. He didn't kill
Well, no,
anybody.
He got
went-
lucky.
He tried to
He got
copycat.
lucky as shit.
Yeah.
And he didn't stick around. Henry Ruggs at least stuck around the scene.
True.
Rashee Rice bounced. But yeah, he got lucky. No one died. And now they're starting to talk maybe no suspension. So we'll see. I got to imagine he still gets like 4 games at least.
He's going to get something.
Just from all the publicity about it.
All right.
Our
Last,
last
of the what?
receiver 3.
Right. What do we got?
It's Mike Evans. Oldest receiver on the list.
Mixed with 35.
Half a year over Tyreek. Let's see. Coop didn't have him. Andy at 35. I'm at 32. I have an obsession with Mike
I
Evans.
love Mike
so
Evans. Mr. 1,000-yarder every year.
Every year.
Every year. I can tell you right now he's going to get one this year.
Yep.
And next year.
Every year he plays.
I just don't know if he's going to play after this year. That's
Oh,
my
yeah.
only
He'll
issue.
play for at
He's
least
not
2.
that old yet.
And he's never been really hurt, so
He's been hurt a little bit.
been
here
like a
and there.
hamstring
look
here
back.
and there, but he's never
So-
like torn ACL or anything like that.
Which year did he get drafted?
14, 15?
2014 draft. So when we started Brandon's league in 2015,
He was already playing.
he was like my first player I picked, I think, in that Dynasty startup. And he's still on my team 10 years later. And I've yet to finish outside the top 4. So I picked him up in other leagues now. And I don't know. Something with being my first Dynasty wide receiver. I have this weird obsession with Mike Evans.
Man crush.
Yeah. And I always say, he got fucking Johnny Football a Heisman. How good do you have to be to get Johnny Manziel a Heisman trophy? He made that guy look incredible.
He did. And he was a hell of a receiver in college.
Oh, he was freaking ridiculous. He was unstoppable.
Yeah.
You just threw the ball in his vicinity.
And he caught it.
You made everybody else look like children. It was ridiculous. I like Mike Evans. All right.
Take a look
We'll
at the
just
rest.
review the rest of them or reveal the rest of them. Maybe if I don't fuck it up.
Just do the ages at least.
I like
think
the
you
undo.
just
I did, but I could undo it.
What'd you do?
He
I moved
accidentally
one.
deleted.
Boom. We got McLaurin and Christian Watson tied for 37. Then Ricky Pearsall, Jamison Williams, Amari Cooper, Adonai Mitchell, Stephon Diggs, and Devontae Adams.
Damn, we're like
rounds
close
out.
on some of those. Like Amari Cooper, 37, 38.
Yep.
Jamison Williams, outside of Steve.
Steve's way high on
out there.
Jamison.
Yeah.
I think
Still believe, huh?
I think this is that third year. I'm going to believe that I think he can step up and be a really good thing because he's not finally going to be suspended to start the year.
Yeah, he gets to play a whole year, so we'll see.
See what happens. So
I hope so. He's looked really good the handful of times he's gotten to touch the ball.
Stephon Diggs down
See,
there.
we got McLaurin, Andy. Just homer picker.
No, he's actually good.
He is. I think with Jaden Daniels, they're going to
He's
have a
only
much
28.
better offense.
Yeah, they haven't really used him too much, so he should still have a little bit in the tank.
I've been building stacks with Washington and the best ball things.
I bet you
I
have.
have one where I have Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson,
Ben Sinnott.
Sanat.
Sanat, and I think even Eckler.
Probably.
Built a super stack. Like if that offense ends up being really good, I got value on all of them. So I'm trying to build different kinds of stacks, see what works. Last year I didn't pay enough attention to that stuff. So at least if I'm going to lose my money, I want to see if I can get better somehow next year. Any other big ones on here?
Not really.
Christian Watson.
Yeah, I like
Andy?
him. I
CW?
got him on there.
Fucking love him.
I wouldn't say I love him.
Well, I mean, yeah, I would.
No, he's good. Like,
You got him at 29.
yeah,
Early wide receiver.
I guess you only got him 3 spots below Jaden Reed.
yeah.
Which is Coop and I don't
and then
have him anywhere.
technically, where's my list? Oh, I got rid of it. Hold on, I'll tell you where I had Romeo Dobbs. I even had him on my list.
Dobberdoos.
I forget where I was going. All right, her.
Yeah, I erased the very bottom. There was
No.
a handful more receivers because I had Dobbs at 50.
Romeo Dobbs made he was number 40.
I was to say, he must have been outside your top 36 or I'd have
He
left
was
him
my
on
number
here.
40. Hollywood Brown was right above him. Above him, I had Calvin Ridley still. That's not even on the list that we're looking at.
Nope, he didn't make it. I cut it off where our
Right,
top
right.
36 ended, and I was
Like, I didn't
Devontae
have
Adams.
Adonai Mitchell. I didn't have Ricky Pearsall.
Nope, that's why they're 51.
I didn't have Rashee Rice. Yeah.
Yep.
Again, for me, that was kind of just those last couple, like, hey, let's get some
Age related. I
Yeah.
can see how you knocked down Cooper, Diggs, and Adam.
See, I wanted to put Devontae Adams on there. I just don't know who's throwing the ball. If it's not Brady, then I don't think I want him.
It's not Brady.
Minshew Mania.
It's Minshew or it's
Yeah.
what's his
AOC.
face?
O'Connell. Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah, Aiden O'Connell. Yeah, AOC is that what you call it? Poor guy.
Hey, that's his initials, AOC.
All right, let's go to
We got more
what
stuff.
do we got? That was it for receivers.
I think that's all we got.
Yeah, I think so. Fuck it, pull up Scrub of the Week. I just want to see it.
Oh, my God. We got a map sighting.
No
Oh,
sound,
but it
though.
didn't do this. It didn't do the.
We
thing.
got it
Try to
inside
go full
insight.
screen and then go back.
Look at him. And there he is again, in case you missed him the first time.
No, still no sound on that. And I think we lost our sound.
Yeah, we did.
Uh
I don't even know how long we've lost
see.
it for.
Nope, it's only when I go to the scrub.
oh. Oh, that's interesting. All right, well, we'll figure it out for next week's show.
But just in case y'all missed it, that was Matt up there.
Yep.
He is our scrub of the week.
That
He is
is
a scrub.
Z's nemesis.
Oh shit.
All those ones where he's like, I fucking hate when he wins. That's the guy you're looking at.
He wins all the freaking time.
Had to try to keep him out of winning the
No.
the one Empire pot this year. So
Yeah, no shit. All right. Well, until next Wednesday.
stay high,
hey,
everybody.
Yeah, we'll do a couple things real quick.
Oh.
Next Wednesday, best ball draft.
Oh,
I don't know. There'll be 2 of us drafting again. I don't
For
know
sure.
which 2, but there'll be 2 of us drafting again.
We're gonna Rochambeau for it.
hold on. Do you want
Yeah.
a guy who's done it 36 times, 110 times?
No, I'm
or
only at
just
55.
one?
Only at 55.
Oh, he played.
I'm
only
going at
just
like
one.
10.
10 in dog years is like 30, bud.
Yeah, follow us on X. At 605 Token Podcast,
Got the
Smokers
OnlyFans.
Haven.
You got Z outside on his, with a shirt on if you want to see
Hey,
that.
that's coming. We're working on it. We need better lighting
we
in here
just
before we do
filmed that today.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, we don't want to blind everybody with Z's
don't need
whiteness.
shadows distorting anything, Sure, they
Don't
get the
fucking
full
feed
show.
them. Do not feed them after midnight. Don't get them wet. Don't expose them to sunlight.
Oh,
Just like a gremlin.
Is his name Gizmo? Gizmo.
No, his name's Gremlin.
Stripe. All right, until next week.
Later.
Stay high.
Always.
Dun, 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 dun.